Well, hello friends, and welcome to day 3 of our Thanksgiving festivities. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make maple, candied, sweet potatoes, which as someone who does not actually care for sweet potatoes, but loves these, I think that probably says something either about me or the candied level. But either way, this is a really easy recipe to make, but it's also super delicious. Welcome to my table. So what you're going to need is, an iron. But more importantly, what you're going to need are 3 medium-sized sweet potatoes, 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter that you will want to cut up into smaller pieces, 3/4 cup of dark brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 2 tablespoons of water, and finally 2 teaspoons of salt. So for your sweet potatoes, you are going to want to both peel and cube these into about 1-inch size pieces. Just like that. Thanksgiving magic. So I do recommend for this recipe having all of your ingredients near the stove, as it's going to make your life easier. But what you'll want to do is get a nice little medium-sized pot, and ignore my hands moving here. This dumb hoe of the past thought she was going to walk you through this at the time. Nope, here we are. So anyways, you're going to take your water and put this in the bottom of your pot, as this is going to help keep your potatoes from burning or getting weird. So taking half of your potatoes, you are going to pour these in on top, and then you are going to gently and nicely layer this with, again, half of your dark brown sugar, half of the salt, half of your nutmeg, and half of the cinnamon. We're doing this in 2 different layers because of the pot size. You don't want to do this all in one, otherwise that bottom layer is not going to get any of this sugary deliciousness going on, you know what I mean? We forget no one here. So once you have that in there, you are just going to repeat with the remainder of these ingredients. So again, you are pouring the rest of your out of focus potatoes on top, and then getting your salt. Thank you for working with me and coming back in focus, salt. And then you're also going to do the same thing with the remainder of your nutmeg, the cinnamon. As for the vanilla and the maple syrup, I don't know why I just put these in at the end all together. It's like they're a liquid. I hope they'll move. I don't know. They seem to figure it out. The recipe tastes good. But do make sure that you obviously put in the rest of your brown sugar. And I do like to kind of just gently give this all a stir to try and like get everybody feeling good, you know what I mean? And then what you're going to do is leave this over a medium heat with most of your pot covered. Yes, this is the wrong lid, but it's fine. This is what life is here. But after about 10 to 12 minutes of leaving this over, again, a medium heat, you are going to find a lot of the moisture and liquid from the sweet potatoes has been released, and this is starting to make more of a caramel, a kind of a sauce with all of the sugars that we added earlier. So what you're going to want to do now is take all of the potatoes from this top layer and try and get them into that sauce, because you can see these little pale guys, we don't want those. So just try and get everyone down there and covered, although I recommend using a real spoon. I don't know why trying to film and cook and speak was so hard for me, but it just made my brain use the stupidest spoon. But once everything is covered, I like to turn the heat up on the stove just slightly, so it's now more of a medium-high heat, still definitely not boiling or anything close to that, but a little bit warmer, and you're again going to leave this for another about 10 minutes. Once this is done, you should find that you no longer have a liquid, as much of a pretty thick kind of candied. Again, it's more of like a caramel sauce, as you can see, which is delicious to enjoy, and all of your potatoes should be at a point where you could easily stab a fork through them. I just recommend like trying one. If it seems cooked, it's probably cooked. But ooh, to finish this off, you're going to cut the heat completely and add in your butter. This is Thanksgiving. We are not skimping. We are going for it. We are finally getting a real spoon to not break the potatoes. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know this woman. But once you have a real spoon and some butter, you're just going to mix this around so that all of your potatoes are now not only sweet and delicious, but they are also buttery and just, oh! Ira said that these basically just taste like bread pudding, which actually is a very realistic version of the vegetable that I serve at Thanksgiving. So happy holidays, folks. Happy holidays.
Bomb.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Killing it.
But they're a vegetable.
Barely.